What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Vampy Book Club. You know I can't do this without my main man, the Dell man. We're not gonna have B tonight because B is taking a little hiatus for the holidays, and he'll be back after the holidays, guys. So here's the Dell. What's going on?
What up, yo?
Yeah. What issue are we going over? I think we're going over issue 27. Yeah, so we're going over issue 27 this week. And it's gonna be fun because Vampy makes it down to Miami.
That's right. Yeah, man. She's on a little break.
Yeah, she's on a little trip and she makes it out to Miami. Man, yeah, but what's funny is after she got hooked on some stuff.
That's right. After she got into a little addiction issues on some little substance problems.
Yeah, if you guys haven't watched the previous couple of episodes, yeah, she got introduced to human drugs in a couple of issues, and we meet Rose. We meet up with Rose again, and let's just say Rose is very vindictive in this issue.
Yep. She is very vindictive indeed.
Yeah, she's very vindictive. She hates Vampirella and Pendragon with a passion. Let's
Yep.
just say yeah, let's just say that, and we get introduced to a new Uh, well, actually, we get introduced to a new villain, and the villain and the villain doesn't survive long in this issue.
That's right. That's right.
That's all we got. Is that's all I'm going to tell you guys for right now. But this is considered a yearbook issue, so they collected all the older story, like all these other stories, and then the only new story is the Vampirella one. But every other one is from like a story from the Vampirella run from previous, like stories are from it. But we've been yeah, so like the wolf one was from a previous issue. Like a lot of this stuff was from previous issues and stuff. It's pretty much a year-end review type book in September. That's what's kind of funny. You would think this would be in December, but it's in September. Yeah, so it's not until the middle of the issue. But what did you think of the colors, Dale?
It was very interesting to see the colors of the book of her. It was kind of psychedelic in a way.
Yeah. It
Yeah,
was it was it was interesting. I was surprised they chose yellow for their skin though. That's what I was surprised about.
Yeah, like some of the characters are yellow. If you look at Vampirella, her, she actually had a flesh tone.
Yeah,
As far as,
that was weird. That's what I thought was weird. I'm like, what the hell?
yeah, it was just kind of like the color scheme on some people. Like, so if you look at the Van Helsings
Yeah.
and and Vampirella, they have flesh tone.
Yeah, they seem normal.
Yeah, it's like normal flesh tone and stuff like that. And then
Yeah,
you
but
got
as soon as you get to Rose or anybody else besides them, they're not flesh toned at all.
yeah, it's like one panel they're flesh tone, and then another panel they're different color, and
Right.
yeah, it's just
But
like
yeah, but
even the background
yeah.
of everything.
But
That's like weird colors.
so where I was telling you guys, they needed it. She needed a getaway after after the incidents in New Orleans. After the couple incidences in New Orleans, anybody after that shit that happened in New Orleans, I would want to take a break. Miami is a pretty good place, but during those times, Miami wasn't the right place for somebody that got introduced to some stuff
Exactly.
around that time.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. But yeah, they were hanging out on the beach, and then
Yeah,
of course, Van Helsing's Adam was telling her, it's like, hey, because she received a letter from Pendragon, so they're just telling
yeah,
they're just telling Pendragon to, it's like, oh, go ahead, or Adam Van Helsing was just telling her to go meet up with Pendragon, just to kind of you know convince him to come out of hiding.
right. Yeah, but he was in a drunken stupor in like a in like a seedy hotel or a seedy. It felt like he was in like New York somewhere, like in a hole in the wall motel
Mhm.
and drinking his life away, pretty much.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah, but I
Pretty much.
mean, honestly, this one was it was good. It was I liked it, and we got to meet I forgot the villain's name is Dreamer or something like that, right? Dream or something like
Yes,
that.
with Dreamer.
Yeah, Dreamer. So interesting but the do they tell us what Dreamer is, like a wizard or something like that, doesn't it? Or I don't remember exactly.
No,
Do they?
it didn't really state what he. It just didn't really say who he is.
Right.
It just says he's a dreamer. Like he somehow gets in people's heads
Yeah,
in
he
dreams.
like a Sandman type
Yeah,
character almost. But I mean, it was interesting to see. I mean, it was like you said, freaking we get to this we get to this panel, these panels here. Vampirella's green on a TV screen.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah. It's like green, and then like the dreamer character is like kind of like a like a light purple,
Like
like a
yeah,
lavender color, and then like you got the rose is like yellow orange, like half yellow, half orange.
like orange, like but Rose looks so different from the previous issues. She looks so much older in this issue though. You noticed?
Yeah, it's a different artist from last issue, right?
No, it's actually Gonzalez. That's what's weird. I'm like, dude, he looks a lot older.
So the same artist. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, interesting that he took that. Maybe it's maybe it's the coloring because it was his. When he shades dark, he's okay. But maybe when somebody colors for him, it's the fucking horrible. Hold on, I'll bring up last week's issue and we can compare.
Yeah.
Here's last week's issue and let's take a look at Rose real quick. She looks a lot younger. That was weird. Yeah, see, I mean, she is older.
Well,
I mean,
I think it's just as well. If you look at the amount of wrinkles
yeah,
that was drawn in the current issue that we're talking about versus the previous issue,
yeah.
I think that's where the issue lies. Why
The
she looks
problem,
older. Yeah,
yeah,
because look how much more wrinkle the detail is on the wrinkles of the face.
yeah. There's a lot more wrinkles. She's a lot. It looks like aged fucking fast as shit though.
Yeah, that's right.
It looks like she aged fucking like 10. What do you think? Like 10 years?
Yeah, something like
Um,
that. Yeah, yeah. If you
almost
want,
looks like she aged like 10 years from this point. And
yeah,
this was only last week's issue.
right. Exactly.
And this was
Exactly.
only that was just last week's issue, man. It's like I don't know, but yeah, because it's Gonzalez and Joseph Tutane. Yeah, that's what I meant to talk about too. So if you guys haven't understood who Tutane is actually Gonzalez's boss, and Tutane was the guy that came to the U.S. to find find all the Spanish artists work at the time. So it's interesting. So I'm wondering how Warren got this back and forth, because if these guys are in Spain or whatever, or Barcelona or whatever, how the hell did he get this back and forth? I know they probably got done with it and mailed it to him or something, because or Telegram or something, because there's they had to have made changes on this thing, you know because I don't understand how that would work back then with no internet, but only by telephone or telegram. You know what I mean?
Yeah, telephone and mailing.
Yeah,
It's like I mentioned. They kind of the only way I could the only way I could see that they had to expedite things is if somebody had to fly to the other one and start working out of a studio. Like
maybe because Gonzalez stayed in Spain probably, and maybe Tutane traveled back and forth with all this stuff.
mhm.
Maybe. I mean, but it wouldn't be cheap for Tutane to do that though. But Tutane would have to make a trip out of it, where he would have to find them more work in the U.S. and drop this thing off at the same time. You would think.
Mhm.
Because I'm just saying, it's weird that both of these guys are in Spain because the writer and the freaking artist are in Spain, pretty much in Barcelona. Because Joseph Tutane and Gonzalez, like I said, I've told you before, though Tutane is his boss, so it's interesting to see Tutane write this. I mean, it was interesting for his writing was interesting. I was surprised. It was actually cohesive with everything else. It felt cohesive,
Yeah,
but
overall the story wasn't bad.
yeah. But I like this. I would love this as like a t-shirt or a poster.
Yeah, it'll be a cool
Yeah,
without the lettering and stuff like that.
yeah,
Just the image by itself. Yeah, be a cool picture.
yeah. Be a cool poster, on a t-shirt or whatever, a Vampirella t-shirt. That'd be cool. But the funniest thing was, yeah, was how psychedelic the colors were. That's what interest. And me and Del know one thing about this is if you look at what her first color appearance is, it says Hyde #1 in the 90s. But if you really if we really want to get into it, you know what I mean. But we won't get into it until Dale gets his Hyde one back. We won't
Yeah,
say.
I'm waiting for it to get back from CGC. I just sent it off but I think a week ago or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, but I don't want to say nothing just yet because then we could we like everybody likes to say nobody influences the market. That's straight bullcrap because we could influence it if I wanted to, but I'm not gonna do that just yet.
Yeah, yeah. The title was called High 25 Issue 0 or something like that.
Yeah,
But I just want to wait till it gets back from CGC because
yeah,
that's a book that I want to flip. So
yeah. I understand. It's not like I don't. It's just. I think it's funny that everybody goes, "Oh, that's her first color." I'm like, if you guys really want to get in technical about this, her magazine got her into color first.
yeah,
Really?
yeah. It's kind of like the same thing with the.
Yeah.
I kind of say that with the Absolute Batman, with the current issue that's out now with Absolute Batman 15 about with Joker.
Right.
And I was like, they kind of. I think I've been. There's a lot of people saying, "Oh, that's like his first appearance or something." I was like, "Well, technically,
You're right.
technically, issue one was his first cameo, or if you want to call it a cameo appearance, it's like his first appearance in general was issue
Right.
one.
Right.
Maybe like that. Maybe this issue is like his first transformation
Or
into
our first transformation, or his first, or actually his origin. I think is this issue,
yeah,
that issue.
yeah, it's like more of his origin story and
Right.
his,
Right.
a little bit more of his origin story, but it's not necessarily his first appearance because
Right.
to like even our one of the like Tim the our LCS guy.
Right.
He was like, no, it's his first appearance. Like, no, issue one is.
Yeah.
I should read issue one. It's actually issue one is his first cameo,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
whatever cameo or whatever you want to
Well,
call it.
yeah, whatever you want to call it, but like technically, like me and you were saying, technically this would be her first color if it. But since everybody wants to go say Hyde is her first, so you can tell people don't read these things, don't read the fucking magazines, and don't know shit.
Yeah, exactly. It's like we said that about issue three.
Yeah.
Yeah, issue
Yeah, it's
three.
the same exact thing we said about issue 3, but I just thought this was funny. It's just like Pendragon ends up like we get back into this. Now Rose is going, "Hey, I need you to I need you to fuck these people up." Pretty much.
Yeah,
Rose goes, "I don't like my ex-husband, and I don't like the lady he hangs out with."
exactly, exactly. Doesn't like the lady or nothing like that,
You're right.
but needless to say, it's like he's trying like this dreamer character. He's trying to do something
Yeah.
with them, but
he does some whammy on Vampirella. I'm surprised that whammy actually worked, but I forget if human drugs can get into her system, a guy that can get into your dreams like Freddy Cougar,
Yep.
it's gonna be pretty easy to get into your dreams
Exactly.
if human drugs can get you all messed up. So, but I thought this storyline was really interesting though, and then he whammies freaking Pendragon on top of that. Not just Vampirella, he whammies freaking Pendragon too.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, it's he kind of whammies her. Yeah, he kind of messes with her. But yeah, he say pretty much he's trying to get trying to control Vampirella in her dreams and
Yeah.
get her to or manipulate her to the point where she's going to like
Another life, like yeah,
take another life and see Pendragon as an enemy to take
right,
his life.
right. But and then we get into her dream state. I
Yeah,
didn't know everybody in her dream state would look green though. Didn't look that they look like green, like almost Shrek, Shrekish.
yeah, she's like in a happy place, and then she like he's like the streamer character is like manipulating this
Her
uh
dreams, pretty
yeah her
much.
dreams, saying that oh she's in like a utopia type of situation and or happy place, and then putting Pendragon in that happy
Right.
place, making him look like he's a bad guy.
Right. But what would be cool to actually see, some of the cosplayers actually try to do this one, the green outfit of hers, of this,
Yeah,
because in her dream state. That'd be kind of fun. That'd be kind of fun to see.
yeah,
That's me. That's my personal preference. I would love, you know, but that's my preference. But yeah, what the red boots and the yellow, the yellow
yeah. Yellow collar. Yeah,
yellow collar. I mean, it'd be different than her normal one. Since we're talking about her outfit, so you remember the question I asked last week about what did everybody think happens to her costume? If you guys didn't know, there are some groups on Facebook of Vampirella groups. I posted the question. I got a lot of funny answers for it. Some of them said, it when she turns into a bat, the outfit turns into her wings. The other one said, so one guy said because she's from a different planet, so it might be digitally, it might be some technological stuff that could. The funniest one, oh, it's just like Clark Kent, or just like Wonder Woman. You know how Wonder Woman used to spin in the old TV show.
yeah.
So yeah, so some guy said it was that, or what was the funniest one was the guy that answered. Forrest J. Ackerman and James Warren got a nice show every time she turned back into a human. I had some funny answers, man. So those were some funny. Yeah, those were some funny ones. Were pretty funny. It's
Yeah.
just, but the one guy goes, "Damn it! Now I got to think about what happens to her boots when she turns into a bat."
Yeah, what does happen to her boots too? Her
Her
shoes
not her boots. No, he said her boobs.
or her boobs?
And I started laughing. I'm like, really? That's the one question you have to ask? But the one guy actually asked a great question was what happens to her jewelry that she wears, like the bat jewelry and all that. You
Yeah,
know,
it's all very good questions. Yeah,
yeah. But like me and Dell always say, there's comic book logic. It just works. It just the outfit goes with her. So somehow. But if you think about it in technical terms, that outfit should not go with her. That outfit should as soon as she turns should be falling onto the ground and yeah,
exactly.
yeah, it shouldn't be going. Yeah, boots and everything else because she would be stark naked when she comes back as human. You
Yeah,
would think.
yeah, exactly. You would think, but
You would think, but since me and Dale always tell you guys it's comic book logic, so
exactly. It's all it is. It's comic book logic. We don't know. We
yeah,
don't know what's going on here, what they're thinking, but
right.
yeah,
But I thought these panels were great of where she's in her normal red outfit and then and then when she's in her green outfit is when she's in the dream state, and then in her normal state she's in the red outfit. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, so it's pretty yeah. When she's back to reality, she's in the red outfit, but in the dream, like you were saying, the dream state, she's
Yeah, she's in a green outfit. So I'm wondering if that's the Draculonian version of her outfit. Like the Draculonians like green more than red.
it might be just one of those deals where it's like for the story, for the sake of the story, they just
Yeah, I know.
like
Change the color.
yeah, differentiating between dream
Yeah.
what's in the dream and what's in the
I mean, if you really
uh
think about it, what's gonna what were which one will blood not show up as preference? A red one, a green one, blood drips on it. You could probably see the blood stain.
right.
If you were thinking about like if it was logically wise, but there's no logic behind some of this stuff. But like me and Del always say, when she can magically make the serum now, it's not like scientifically, so there's no logic behind it sometimes.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. No no real logic and no real science. It just all right, you're
Mhm.
making things up as they go along.
Right, pretty much making her more interesting, pretty much. Well, pretty much this story was pretty short.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, so we pretty much got a couple pages, and then we got to the end where the dreamer character is about to about the stab into Vampirella, but when she's in type of a dizzy type state, but
right.
somebody go bang bang. But did you figure it was his grandson that did it? I didn't think so.
I didn't
I
think so
thought
till shut up, and I was like, oh, holy cow, it's the grandkid, because like
yeah,
after the after Vampirella came back to reality, she like her, I guess it was her subconscious
right.
wouldn't allow her to actually hurt or kill
Pendragon.
anybody. Yeah,
Yeah,
kill
because yeah. So yeah, pretty much her subconscious told her, "Hey, snap out of this shit. Yeah, you're somebody's fucking with you right now." Pretty much.
yeah,
Yeah, it's like it wasn't even Pendragon that snapped them out of it. It was more of her her own self telling her not to hurt him because what it made her probably what it made her feel about hurting his grandson in the first place the
right.
last time. But it was interesting to see the grandson actually picked up the gun and actually fired it. So I was surprised because I assumed before seeing the grandkid, I thought well the first time I read this before this, I thought it was the Van Helsings.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, oh, you probably would have thought. I would have thought maybe it was like Adam or
Right, right.
Adam
Adam
Van Helsing.
or well, yeah, Adam would make more sense. But knowing these guys, they would have fucking made a Conrad shoot him, and it would have been freaking funny. I go, Conrad, how would you handle a gun? You're blind as shit. that
Yeah, exactly.
that would be hard to that would be funny to explain. Is how would Conrad Van Helsing handle a gun if he's blind?
Or even somehow Pendragon somehow got a hold of a gun and shot him too.
Yeah,
So
yeah, that's the other thing I thought was Pendragon. But if you really think about it, he's a freaking drunk. How
yeah,
the gun wouldn't be I would think he would hit Rose before he would hit before he would hit Dreamer with it. And then come to find out the kid was the one that hit him. It was cool. The kid could save the day pretty much. The kid saved grandpa pretty much. If you think about it.
yeah,
The kid saved grandpa, and then the kid goes, "Hey, grandma, you need to, we need to stop this shit. This shit is not healthy. Pretty much. Yeah, get a hold of yourself. Pretty much.
exactly.
Yeah, and then Vampy goes, you guys should listen to Peter. Peter makes the most sense out of all of you guys. Pretty much. How funny is that? The kid is the one that stops the beef. It's not. It's not Vampirella. It's not that Van Helsing's. It's not. It's not Pendragon. it's actually his grandkid that stop. It's actually Peter that stops the whole beef pretty much.
Patrick, yeah,
Patrick, my
Patrick.
bad, Patrick. So Patrick is the one that stops everything. How
Yeah,
funny is that? Is like the kid is the one that goes, "Hey, you fucking adults, you guys are fucking idiots." Pretty much.
yeah.
You would think the kid would be the one that would hold more of a grudge than grandma would.
But I guess the moral here is kind of like the innocence of a child is, kind of seeing things through a young innocent set
Right,
of eyes. Kind of like, hey, stop with all the craziness, type of
right,
thing.
right. That's actually neat. And I mean, pretty much this story, like me and Dale were telling you guys, this story was pretty short, but it was in color. That's what you got for it. The shorter the story was short, and it was in color.
Yeah. So this, so this is kind of like a, it's a short story, but it's kind of like a key thing when it comes to
Yeah,
the Vampirella run. It's actually technically her first color.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
this,
It's yeah. So if you go with it's her first color, but if you go with technically, what the collectors are going by the key collector stuff and all the other stuff. It's actually her her '90s run on on
under
on
Harris. Yeah,
under Harris. It's Hyde #1. But if you
yeah,
think about it, Hyde 1 is just a recolor of her first appearance.
yeah. It's just so the issue is it's called High 25 no
I
issue
have I
zero.
have both. I have a foreign edition and I have the normal edition. It's around
Yeah,
here somewhere. And when I find it next week, I'll show you guys. But yeah, but it's just funny that they would say that. But if you guys actually research and freaking take look at the magazines, 27 would be her first color in general. So
yeah.
90s wise, dude, 90s wise, it wouldn't be even her first color. Because you know what I mean? 90s wise, she's in color. All of her stuff is in color.
Because when did the other books start coming out?
Which one? This one was 73, I think.
No,
Hold
but
on.
I'm talking about the '90s stuff and Vampirella.
90s Vampirella, like right because what 113 was the first one. So that was like late 89 is when I think 113 came out. Hold on, let me look real quick. I think it was like 83 or something like that. The last issue of Vampy, I think. Hold on. Da, 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 da.
So
So
I'm kind
yeah,
I'm kind yeah. So I'm kind of looking at something. So
yeah. So okay, hold on. So 112 came out 83. So 113 was like probably a couple of years after that, I think. Actually, I have hold on. I have
well,
more.
I'm talking with Harris.
Oh,
Harris.
no, I know that. Harris was the 113, you remember? Harris is the
No,
one that
but beyond the more modern day, like the modern day stuff.
modern day, like maybe early 90, I think. Hold on. Let me look that up real quick. I think early 90s, I think.
Because I feel like that information about High 25 is incorrect. Because if there was if it, the, when it came to more modern day stuff, uh, I feel like it's more because I think High 25 came out in the mid 90s, and for them to advertise that was their first color.
It's the mid 90s, and then because the first Harris, if you count the 113, hold on. But if you count the 113, but it's like early 90 is when early 90 92 or 93 it was her first
Yeah, because
one
I think
Harris.
I think there was like a mini series that came out in like around
Yeah,
92, 93,
right.
but I think High 25 didn't come out till like later. Like
Yeah, like 95, I think.
yeah,
Something
and
like that.
so technically that even with that the information on High 25 is still incorrect,
Right.
right?
Right. So
Yeah,
any of that, all that Vampirella information for High 25 is incorrect.
yeah, because all it is just High 25 is just pretty much from what I remember, and you know more about it than I do. Is
It's
that
just a re.
a
It's just a
reprint
reprint of
of
her first appearance, colored.
yes,
That's what that is.
yes, that's right. So yeah, so even though High 25 is still, I'm sure has its some value to it, but the whole premise of it being a first color,
Yeah. Complete cracker caca.
yeah, exactly. So
Complete crock of shit. That's why if you guys actually read the Vampirella stuff, you guys would know this stuff. That's why
okay,
I'm going it over with Dell. So Dell, when Dell gets stuff, when he starts getting collections again, he
yeah,
knows the value in it.
yeah, exactly. So it's like yeah, once I
I
get that
just
book back, once I get that book back in about 3 months, I'm sure I'm probably gonna get that book back, maybe knowing
maybe
how
the
probably
mid
sometime
April,
in March.
March,
I'll say March.
the latest I say early April, like at least
Yeah,
April. Yeah,
yeah.
like
It's gonna be some at some point either in March, as early as March, as late as April. Yeah,
right.
well, it's like kind of like because when I submitted some books last year around this time,
Yeah,
I believe I got them back in like sometime in March,
right.
like about mid March. So because I have a few other books I sent out too, like my for my personal like couple for my personal collection and some just to resell, like my two absolute
Right.
Batmans. My two absolute Batmans I sent out, absolute Batman the issue one, which I could keep one and sell one.
Right, right, right. So
Those things are going for $350 now.
yeah,
For nine ninety eight.
I'm looking at the Vampy stuff right now, or the Vampy from Harris or whatever. So the Vampy Annual 25 that has that Frazetta cover
Mm-hmm.
came out in 96. So I'm looking for the Hyde book and see. So it looks like the Hyde was like early 96, 92. So it was early. It was the early 90s is when that Hyde book came out, but the first Harris one was 91,
Yeah,
1991. So yeah, so that's her for if you're technically thinking about that, that's her first color.
yeah. For
Because
yeah. It's like if you want to go
tech
first color,
right,
technically first color modern day books,
right.
then yeah, sure. But
Yeah, it's in 91 is when her first, you know what I mean, if you really want to go technical with it.
you know,
But if you want to get actually this one would be her first color.
yeah. If you want to be more,
27 on the Maggot Warren run would be her first color. This would be her first color. So that's why you guys don't believe everything you read, and don't believe everything on Key Collector.
yeah, key collector. As much as I like key collector for the information it provides, but I feel kind of sometimes like
But I mean,
it's all
we've already proven them wrong twice. In
yeah. Yeah. Here's where I think I want to compare key collector to some aspect. It's kind of like like Wikipedia.
right, people add their own stuff on it.
People add their own stuff on Wikipedia, but key collector it does bring a lot of good information
Yep.
for I give it for what I'll give credit for what it is. It does have his good points. It has
Right.
like good information, but just that when it comes to looking up key facts, sometimes it's just incorrect.
Right.
Some stuff. But as we're discovering here and bringing this to you guys, the public,
Right.
specifically with Vampirella, it's like they're incorrect on certain things or it's missing information.
Right.
For example, which I sent this off to Key
Issue,
Collector
issue
issue
3.
issue 3, where it did the only information, only key fact that I had about issue 3 it was that
It
scarce,
was
scarce
scarce
issue.
and was limited. It was
Yes,
hard to get.
hard to get, but it did not have the fact that it was her cousin Vampirella's cousin Evily's second appearance
Hmm.
until I sent it off, and then they added that it was
Yeah,
like cousin Evely second appearance.
right. And then yeah, and then Vampy second. Oh, Vampy's third.
Yeah, I believe it was Vampirella's third.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
correct. And but it was like that was a bit kind of, I was like, hey,
yeah,
because it was a whole story about cousin Evely in that one. It was
yeah,
like third
yeah,
appearance.
yeah. And then not only that, but like this one, I mean, if you really like me and Del were saying, if you go technically, this would be her first color because that's a full color of her.
Yeah. And that's not even including a cover. Like that's not including any of the cover appearances of Vampirella where she's
Right,
on the
right,
cover in color.
right.
Yeah, yeah. So if you want to go
Yeah.
back
Even more technical, issue one would
issue
be
one was her first color cover appearance.
right, right.
If you
If you
really
really
even
want to
go,
go technically, yeah, if you want to get technically with it, but if you want to
yeah,
go technically
yeah,
interior wise, this would be her first int. What it should say, it's 27 is her first interior colored appearance.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
because people are
It doesn't even say that on his on the hide thing. It doesn't even say it's her first interior colored
yeah,
or nothing like that.
yeah. So it's just like because like that's another thing. Since that's what these people, a lot of people are doing with modern day books. It's
Right.
like first cover appearance or second interior
Right.
appearance or whatever. Well, let's get technical with this character as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Because since me and you were reading over this stuff, we're gonna find a lot of, probably a lot of information on a lot of them. You know what I mean? A
yeah,
lot of these issues are gonna be like, hey, this is the first appearance of this person, that person. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
yeah. So technically, we're gonna be, that's gonna be a good thing for everybody, but it's gonna be a bad thing for a person collecting all these books eventually that wants to
Exactly.
collect the whole Vampirella run. They're gonna hate us for it,
Yeah,
but we're
or people that invest money into certain books and thinking that
right,
it's one thing, or probably paid a little too much for it. Then all
right,
of a
right,
sudden
yeah,
things change
right,
because the facts of certain books came out.
right. Like like we're doing right now.
Exactly.
so next week we're gonna have some more fun, and we're gonna go into issue 28 and a whole new storyline. But this I'm gonna bring up the painting and everything else. But this was supposed to be Vampirella. But the story goes that Warren didn't like it. Didn't like the that she had. It was. I think either Warren or either Joseph Tutain didn't like the idea of Vampirella being on the cover, being scared or something, and they had them take off the outfit. But if you get when I bring up the painting next week from Heritage, they actually made Inrich repaint it after the cover got published.
Hmm.
So it's gonna look different from this.
Right.
So it's gonna be interesting when I bring it up next week. So, but we're gonna go into next week's story would be, and we get the letters pages back again. But this is next week's story for next week.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah,
Vampirella and the Curse of the Macadamians.
It's not nuts.
Right. Right.
It's not macadamia nuts. It's the macadamians.
Macadamians.
Come back next week and find out what the curse of the macadamians are with Vampirella. But Dell's gonna find this out next week too, or in a couple of minutes when I send them the when I send them the link. But before we go and before we do, like if you guys are liking watching us doing Vampy Book Club, hit like, subscribe, share with everybody, let people know about this. But one of the other things is if you guys don't know who Faces by Rachie is, she's actually, the present day cosplayer that's cosplaying for the covers of Vampirella, and she's no pretty well known cosplayer. But her mom's going through some cancer treatments and stuff, and she's actually started a GoFundMe. So that GoFundMe is down below if you guys want to help her out with helping with the mom's treatment and stuff. It's down below. The GoFundMe is down below. All of Rachie's GoFundMe information is down below. If you guys just want to read about it, it's all of it's down below. But if you guys want to donate, I know how good this community is. You know what I mean? I want to show her, that she got people supporting her on this end. But cancer ain't no joke. You know what I mean? I lost two parents to it, so I understand what she's going through right now. So, you know, just want to help out as much as I can, wherever I can.
Yeah, thoughts and prayers out to Rachel and her mother.
Yeah.
That she comes through on the other side, cancer free as well. So
right, yeah.
So if you guys are if anyone out there is willing to spare anything,
spare a little bit of change,
If it's $1, even if it's $1,
skip an issue of Vampirella if you got to. The $3 you're gonna use for the Vampirella, you go use it for Rachie, or skip the Rachie cover that you want to pick up and help Rachie out.
Don't order that large pizza that you're going to order for the week.
right.
Yeah.
Just because it's, you know what I mean. Rachie's always always so nice at cons and stuff like that, and always willing to talk to fans and take pictures with fans and everything. So every little helps for her, man. So she might be in a little bit of a rough spot, but our prayers and thoughts are with her and Mama Bear, like she likes to call her. So yeah, you know what I mean. So just I appreciate you guys, and show her how this community can band together for her, and do what you guys can. But we'll be back probably next week, or probably in a couple weeks after the holidays. So after Christmas and everything. So, but actually, before we go, we still got to rate this thing. I forgot about that. Yeah. So, what you think about the cover? Hold on, let me bring this cover back up real quick. Yeah, what you think of the cover this week? Liked it a lot better than last week. I know that much. I like it a lot better than last week.
Yeah, I do like the cover. Because it's cool to kind of see her there and then pose it kind of in this like unique pose in front of a castle. I do want to see the actual painting of it.
Right. Actually, I couldn't find it. There was nothing on Heritage, and everything that was on Heritage was a fucking reprint of it.
Reprint of it, okay.
Like a reprint or a poster of it, and the poster sold for like $500.
Yeah, but I'll give it, because it's kind of a cool thing. Because it kind of has like a, something I would expect out of a vampire type of thing. Like the castle with the background and all that. So I'll give this one like a 9, because I think it's kind of cool.
Yeah, I like it, and it's one of Enrich's a little more iconic covers of Vampirella that he's done, because the story goes, not the story go, but he based it off of his romance books that he used to do, like because he does the Gothic romance books. You know what I'm talking about, like the Fabio books. Those Fabio, the when you used to be young in the grocery store, you see those Fabio romance books in the dollar store. The Gothic book, the Gothic romances. So that's what this cover was based off of, pretty much. Well, if you guys want to see the actual cover, I have it right here. So Dell graded it a 9. So yeah, so we all agree I give it a 9 too. So it's a 9. 9 for both of us. Yeah, but it's a lot of detail in it if you actually grab the cover. But the freaking PDF doesn't do it no favors.
Yeah,
the PDF doesn't do it any favors at all. So, but it's a great, it was a great cover. What did you think of the story this week?
The story's it was okay. It was a decent story for what it was. And
super. Only Well, actually, I didn't even have an issue with it. It was super short, but it was cool.
It was short, but it was fine. It's like it got to the point.
Right.
Uh,
It didn't drag like the most of the other stories did.
yeah,
You
it wasn't like some other stories that were kind of dragged, but still missing plot holes and whatnot. But
yeah.
pretty okay. It was fine. It was like I dug it. So
Yeah.
I'll I'll give it. I'll probably give it like a 7.5. So it wasn't the worst. It wasn't the best, but it was
Right.
decent. It was decent.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll agree with Dell. I'll give it a 7.5. So all around a 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, all around stories a good 7. But what about jump ability? I'm gonna start this one. Jump on ability. Was it easy to jump on with this issue? Like if you didn't read the previous issues and stuff, would it be easy to understand if you jumped into this one?
I would say so. I would say so.
Because
Yeah.
it does explain a little bit up here, like the paragraphs up here explain it a little bit.
Yeah,
So
because it kind of hints at it, so you can still
all right,
jump on. You can still jump. I think that because so far from what I've read into the magazines, you can still jump onto it pretty quick, and
right. Well,
because
jump on ability to from 1 to 10. Jump on ability.
well, because this was still kind of part of a story, so because this specific issue is part of a story, I'll say it's like a 7.
Okay.
You still
Set.
kind of get you still can kind of get the hint of where
Right.
it's at. It's not complicated,
Right.
so
Okay. See, so you give it, yeah, I'll give it about a 7 too. Yeah. So yeah. So a jump on ability wise 7. Yeah, that's one of the other things I think I'm gonna start with when you and when B gets back is how jump on friendly is the issue. That's the new thing because so people so if people wanted to pick up one issue of it, if it's able to. So yeah, that's gonna be the new thing with us is how jump on friendly is this?
exactly.
Yeah, but yeah, like my favorite part was this part. Okay, art and colored, art and color this time since there was color involved in this one. Art and colors. What did we think? Of
Well, the art was the art was I would say it's fine. It was like
was it solid at least this
it was
time?
solid. It was like a solid 7. So I would say a 7.5.
Okay,
It's just the coloring was very different because it's
right,
like one page
right.
was
Normal, no, like this page. No,
normal, yeah, normal
and then
coloring
you jump to another page.
page. And
What?
shit, they're different colored, and it's like
Like you said about this one, she's orange, orangish. He's purple. She's green.
yeah,
So it's like I understand of why it is that way because it's from back then. I understand that, but somebody really had fun with the colors. That's all I
yeah,
gotta say. Somebody really wanted to have fun with colors. That's all I gotta say, man. Because
yeah,
they painted a bunch of Shrek characters, a bunch of green ones, So it's like, okay. Somebody really wanted to have fun with colors, though. You
yeah,
know,
exactly.
but I mean, can't go wrong, you know. But colored wise, yeah, like Del said, 7. Colored, I'll give it a solid set. Yeah, all of it, all around 7. So yeah, story wise, yeah, we gave it a 7. So yeah, all solid.
Yeah,
But it was super short and sweet this week, pretty much.
absolutely.
Super short and sweet. Like I said, so me and Dell are gonna be back next week, and we'll get B back in a couple weeks after the holidays. So after Christmas and after the New Year's and stuff. But we'll have B back. But I'll send B all the issues, so he'll be able to keep up with us just in case if he felt like jumping on or whatever. But yeah, but I appreciate everybody watching, and I appreciate you guys enjoying our Vampy book clubs. I hope to see more of you guys here, enjoying it. Or if you guys want to join in with us, hit me up on Instagram. Let me know you guys want to join in. I'll send you a link. I'll send you the issue. It's not an issue because I do that to Dell and B all the time. So yeah, but we'll see you guys next week and have a good weekend. We'll see you next time.